Ready? Play.
Musetti de Minaur. It's a tough one. 2-1 head-to-head in favour of Musetti. They met the Australian Open in 22, where it went to 4, where de Minaur won, and then both Musetti winning in Monte Carlo just a couple of weeks ago, and then at Queens last year, both with 3 sets. I see this going 3 sets again quite easily, but I'm kind of favouring de Minaur here. I don't know, like something tells me, we were talking about this. I feel as though this is de Minaur's chance to win a Masters. Like it's been creeping up, and like it's been a little bit of a bloodbath on the men's side. There's 3 top 10 players left in the draw. De Minaur, Draper, and Medvedev, which is probably the least likely 3 you would have probably thought of coming into this. But
Sure.
yeah, so I'm gonna go a de Minaur in 3. Musetti was brilliant today against Tsitsipas, but de Minaur's so good at making the angles work to his advantage. He makes you play in such a small margin, and I feel as though that might catch Musetti out, but who knows? But I think I'll go de Minaur in 3.
Yeah, I mean, de Minaur's playing, the best tennis of his life. No matter what surface you put him on, he's got the most wins on tour this year, I believe. And
24?
it was 24 and counting at this point.
Yeah, 24, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you think about that matchup in Monte Carlo, much slower conditions, and kind of it was like a Musetti's week, dropping so many
absolutely.
first sets, a lot of them 6-1, kind of getting destroyed, and the amount of holes he was able to escape was just insane throughout the week, and especially like a defender like de Minaur, you won't have that happen often. And so I think, as you mentioned, Fergus, like this is kind of de Minaur's week. This is his chance where he doesn't have to face, Carlos, Sinner, Zverev, Djokovic, and conditions that actually help him out a lot in terms of the altitude, being able to, deflect pace, not have to, create as much and go for as much. And I think that's important in this matchup, especially with the patience that Musetti plays with. de Minaur is probably going to make it a physical battle and, maybe use the backhand cross court as much as he can, because that'll be a little bit more difficult for, Musetti to play offense on. And so I think de Minaur can kind of weather any sort of offense Musetti's playing, and then, just pick his moments. He does a great job at picking his moments, coming to the net, being offensive, being aggressive. And that's just like difficult, to handle over time. And I think he's just playing at such a consistent level where you do give him the edge. And I'm with you. I think 3 is a good call. I think, like serving ability, you can at least push a set deeper and put some pressure on de Minaur. So.
I feel like the less de Minaur has to do on court, the better he plays. As in, he just deflects the pace and then just uses his athleticism to almost just do the work for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you can't drop shot the guy, so you have to stay at the back, right? And then he just hangs tough, and then he just outlasts pretty much. That's pretty much his game plan, and he makes the angles so incredibly small to work with. You find yourself talking like I've played him before. Find yourself going closer and closer and closer to the tram lines.
Yep.
Until you're outside the tram lines, and then it's just how it works.
Yep.
And it's very tricky, and Musetti was very good today against Tsitsipas. The level was pretty big between those two, but Musetti kind of coming back from 5-2 in the first, kind of gave him a huge confidence booster, and then it kind of felt a little bit inevitable that he would take it in straights. I mean, Tsitsipas just kind of wasn't full flowing, and said in the interview afterwards that he is lacking confidence in his forehand right now, which is his biggest weapon by far.
Yep.
And when, he said he's going to have to look at himself and see what he can do. But yeah, I'm de Minaur in 3. But we said, like, whatever's been happening, we've been picking the right winner, but just opposite. It's been in straights or 3, whatever opposite we've been saying. So
exactly. No, I mean,
yeah.
Demon makes the court so small. It just shrinks it so much. And so, I mean, despite Musetti being a patient player, it's like at what point does he, pick his moments to be aggressive, and how frustrating is it going to be to, have to finish a point 3-4 times?
Yeah.
So you're really going to test the mental battle that Musetti's going to have to face, that he's been able to overcome, time and time again in the last 3 weeks. But again today, down 2-5 in the first set, and wins in straights. So I mean, the guys battling out there. Just at what point does that, come back to, reverting to the mean, in terms of you can't sustain that level of tennis and that way of playing over a long period of time against a high level opponent. So
Yeah,
I'm with you. Small edge to de Minaur. He's playing so well, so you have to.
Yeah. I mean, all credit to him. Like, everyone's like thinking like, yeah, he's capped here. It's not gonna go any further, and he keeps proving everyone wrong. He keeps coming back onto the court and playing even better. And the thing is with his game style is you feel as though you're in the match. You feel as though you're playing with the guy, and then he suffocates you. It's like he suffocates you with your own hands. Like, you can't actually do anything because the angles are so small, and he makes the court's already small, and then he just makes it even smaller.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.